coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered this matchup has had it all. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South. All those rattles. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looking for room at the 40. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They end the...
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. He finds a dead spot in the middle, and he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up the first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Under fire. At the 40, there he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. To the air on 1st down. Going deep. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Takes the handoff, and Scott. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Has to throw this off his back foot. And it's caught inside the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I'm loving offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
With jet sweep pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! problems for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Powers through. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Kansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Scott. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Pressure coming. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start.
With the route, great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Turning it on. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Pickup of 11. First down for the offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Right on the money. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground. Lost a throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barber. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Past the 45. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st, it's at the 37. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the heat. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. .25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Under fire. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Bryant. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught on the outside, it's Glass.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Taylor. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Right back to the well after the play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The option look. Powers through the defender. Knocked down in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down, and they don't have to run another play here if they don't want to. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the returner will be knocked down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. And defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Yeah, And this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Georgia. kick it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden
breaks into the open. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Auburn sends out the punting unit. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Using his legs, it's Bryant. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. The inside handoff. Creates a little room. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. The Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run from the shotgun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Glass. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Turning it on. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Touchdown, Georgia! Fit it in the window for the score. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the... South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, and man, they got to do something about it.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.